guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to tell you all about SnapMat. And SnapMat is a feature that you can use on your app. And I told you guys I would go into it a little bit more. So today I am. Today we are going to go into SnapMat and let's get going. If you guys don't know what a Cricut is or what it's all about, check out those links and let's go. So I wanted to show you how to use SnapMat, and it's a really cool way that I like to make sure that I can use a bunch of different colors all at once, but only use one mat at a time. So when I'm working with scraps of vinyl or iron-on, it always has to be the same product that you're using, and you'll be fine with this. Now, I might necessarily want this to be pink, and I might want these little umbrellas to be orange, and I might want these loves to be green. But it doesn't mean that I have to keep them the same on my design space. So when I want these to all be one color, I'm going to go to sync and I'm going to sync them. So I'm going to grab them and I'm going to make them all one color by syncing them. Now they're all one color. Just because they're one color on my design space doesn't mean that I have to use the exact color when I'm cutting. And I'm going to show you guys how SnapMat makes that really easy. So first off, I'm going to make sure that these are the sizes that I want them. I'm going to work with little pieces today because I want to show you guys how you can get really precise with SnapMat and how you can use a bunch of different colors and you're still safe. Okay, so now that these are little, I think these are pretty little. I was actually zoomed out. So they're not that small because this is like 2 inches, 1 inch, and that's good because that's like a ½ inch. Okay, so now we have those ready. We're going to go to Make It, and we're going to replace our last project that we were working on. And we can see that the mat is showing that we're cutting all on a pink mat. But if you can see right here, I have a mat that is all different colors of iron-on. Now, I am going to say that I want to make 10 of these. And what that's going to do is it's going to duplicate all these little things. I don't know if you can see this. It's going to duplicate all of that so that there is 10 of these. Now, I don't know where I want all these yet, and if I'm trying to cut on this little, all these little pieces on my mat, that can get a little crazy. So what SnapMat does is we can turn SnapMat on, and what that's going to do, it's going to open up our camera. And what we want to do is we want to position our iPad or our phone, because you can use SnapMat on your phone. We want to position it directly above the mat. So let's get that ready to go. Okay, so sometimes it's easier to put the mat on the ground so that you can get the whole entire mat in there. And then you want to line this up until it starts to show green little lines. And I'm going to turn it this way because it actually shows the little guy right there. And you want to line this up to your mat until it turns green. And sometimes it takes a second to grab it, but you just got to line it up perfectly until all your sides are green, and then it will snap it as soon as you get it to that point. So, come on, SnapMat. Snap that mat. Okay. There we go. And it got it! Okay, so now you can see that it looks like that. So let's go back over to our design. Okay, so now that we have our mat, we're going to go to Use. And what that's going to do is it's going to replace our mat with our actual mat. And then we can take all of these. Now, if this is going to be iron-on, do this now before you move anything. Change everything to iron-on so that it is reversed. So now you're going to go in. I don't want sound effects, but thank you. Now you're going to go in and you're going to tap all these little guys and you're going to move them where you want them on your mat. So let's move you. Okay, so it definitely can be moved. Okay, so we want to move them onto our spots where all of our iron-on is. And what this is going to do is it's going to make sure that it's cutting right on those iron-on spots. So say I wanted some of these loves to be on this pink, and I wanted some of them to be on this orange, and I wanted all these little umbrellas to be different colors. and I wanted them to come down here, and I wanted some of them to be here, and I wanted some white ones, so I made sure that they were on these whites. And then I want these mama bears to come over here, and so there's no room for mama bear on some of those because it is a little bit big. So obviously we would do a little bit better job of measuring what we're actually cutting and making sure that we had enough vinyl for it. But we could put mama bear right here. We could do up to 10 different ones, and you would just move them wherever you want them. And then we could even go back and make like 5 of these if we didn't want to do 10, just so it's easier. And now we'd have to redo our SnapMat. So basically that is how you use SnapMat and why it's super easy and saves you a ton of time because you don't have to reload all your mats 500 billion times. But you could do a really big project that has a lot of little pieces, and you could do it like that.